Welcome back into the channel, my friends. It's your boy Steve from Straight Fire Picks, back with your best bets for the NBA here for you today on Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. Minnesota Timberwolves versus the Oklahoma City Thunder, Game 2 of the Western Conference Finals. Best bets videos coming at you live. Player props, totals, spreads, predictions, as always. 3 picks in the video. Let's lock in and get this sweep.
Well, my presence isn't real. It's another bad one like this is scale. It's straight fire. All my bets straight from. You're in the house that cab made now. Straight fire.
As always, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button for me. Always appreciate that. We are on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support. Guys, we have a special guest here today for you. Oh boy, guys, we're going to do a recap from yesterday. We got the 3-0 sweep. Wow, it's a terrible broom wave. But we got the 3-0 sweep, guys. We absolutely love to see it. Fantastic day in the NBA. That's what we like to do. Having a little trouble standing there. But we got the 3-0 sweep, guys. We cashed the Pacers plus 4.5 spread. I don't know how we cashed it. The Pacers ended up winning that game. One of the craziest games I've ever seen in the NBA. Pacers were down like 16 or 14 with like 2:44 to go. Ended up coming back and winning. So that was absolutely crazy. Aaron Nesmith, I love you. That was a beautiful, beautiful what you did at the end of that game. Tyrese Haliburton over 22.5 points and rebounds. That was an easy cash, guys. I believe that cashed in the third quarter. Karl Anthony Towns over 35.5 PRAs. Once again, pretty easy cash on that as well. Both those guys went off. So great day in the NBA for us, guys. A 3-0 sweep, one we desperately needed in the NBA. Hopefully we could follow that up once again and do that again here today. As far as our comic cappers go, you guys already know, got to get the bags in there, guys. Got to get the bag. Legend at the channel calling Jalen Brunson over 27.5 points. I believe Brunson had about 40. So that was a pretty easy cash as well. We love to see it, guys. Great stuff yesterday. Hopefully we can replicate that once again today in the Western Conference Finals. Made some adjustments in this game, obviously. Super excited for the game, but excited to get after it once again in the NBA. Our Major League Baseball Best Bets video is also live, so if you guys want to check that out as well, that one's already posted up live for you guys. So if you guys are interested in checking that out, do so on that. Without further ado, I think that's all I got. Other than check out the pinned comment down below and the description. Get any links you need here at the channel, merchandise, membership, social media links, all located down below in the pinned comment and the description. If you guys are interested in anything like that. Membership's just $3.99 for the entire month. You get access to all of our picks and our plays early. So basically all the picks you're seeing in the video were available a couple hours prior for all of our Straight Fire MVPs. And those pop up in the community tab once you're a member. So just keep that in mind right here on YouTube. All right, without further ado, guys, I think it's time to get after it. I think it's time to get this sweep, guys. Let's get right into our picks here for today. At number 1, we're going Cason Wallace. Over 12.5 PRAs here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Minus 102 odds on FanDuel. Now keep in mind, you can get this line at 11.5 on a few other books. On Fanatics, it's like minus 130 for 11.5, so just keep that in mind. But I still love this line up to 12.5, obviously. Cason Wallace, guys, is 4 of his last 5 to this line. So we like seeing that. The big correlation that we're seeing in that, though, is the increased minutes. He's coming off of Game 1 where he played 33 minutes in Game 1. Obviously, he played very well. He had 7 assists, the second best plus-minus on the team of plus 21. So we should see, once again, big minutes from him. At least 25 plus is what I'd have him at today. He's not going to necessarily play 33, but he should at least get you at least 25 minutes today, which if he gets that, pretty confident he can cash this line. Obviously, he was very productive in game number 1. I think he can continue to see that production. The fact that he had 7 assists, only 3 points, only 3 shot attempts, kind of says, you know, could obviously see him getting a lot more shot attempts here than just the 3. So that's obviously big. The fact that he can get this done many different ways is what we like to see. I mean, he had 3 rebounds, 7 assists, and 3 points, and he cashed the over, right? So the fact that he can have that low of a scoring game and cash PRA line is pretty wild, which is honestly something I'd love to see. And I think once again we could see that again from him here today, and then we could see increased, obviously, shot production. His average usage in the playoffs is 12.5, which it wasn't even that high in game number 1. I think that obviously his usage should bounce back up a little bit here. Like I said, he did play 33 minutes, which is the big reason why he ended up cashing. But with 25 plus minutes, which was what we said he should at least play that today for sure, and 12 plus % usage, he's 29 of 33 to this line on the season. So obviously I love seeing that. That's a very, very good hit rate. And once again, like I said, if he gets the minutes and the usage, he should cash this line. Like I said, just the 3 shot attempts really turned me on actually to this bet. The fact that you could shoot the ball just 3 times and hit a PRA over is pretty wild. And honestly, you saw the starters. You saw Jalen Williams and SGA shoot 17 of 45 from the floor, so they dominated the usage in that game. I think we could see that scale back a little bit. Not saying that those guys aren't going to shoot a lot. They will. But we should see a little bit scaled back as far as on Williams and SGA and leave some more opportunities here for bench players like Case and Wallace. Like I said, the other part of this, the fact that he got the plus 21 when he was in there, the plus minus is huge. I think that's going to be a big thing here in game number 2 again. You'll see a lot of minutes here from Case and Wallace. So, love it there for number 1 pick, guys. We're going Case and Wallace over 12.5 PRAs here for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Going minus 102 odds here on FanDuel. Okay, and at number 2, we got Rudy Gobert over 15.5 PRAs here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're going minus 115 odds here on Fanatics. Love this look today on Gobert, guys. So this is the big adjustment I see the Timberwolves making here in game number 2. Now, I gotta be honest. We took Julius Randle over 32.5 PRAs in game 1, right? We cashed, felt good. His line dropped to 31.5, and I actually thought about taking Randle's under. And the reason why is because a lot of his production came from the 3-point line, and then in the second half, he was pretty quiet. So I honestly, for what it's worth, I could see Randle going under today. It's a little bit of line rating there, where I was talking to Gotta Get the Bag actually on the phone about this game, and we were just talking about the different scenarios, and I was like, man, Randle is weird when I looked at his line. And he was like, yeah, well, they shut him down in the third quarter. Well, that was the adjustment. So expecting we could see more of that in game number 2. Obviously, it worked in the second half of the Thunder. When you limit Randle, their offense is pretty limited outside of Anthony Edwards and Julius Randle. But I think Gobert could be the adjustment that you see the Wolves make as far as getting him more minutes, which I don't necessarily think it correlates to the Timberwolves doing great necessarily. But when you're talking about PRAs, obviously Gobert could get you 10 rebounds here. He doesn't even have to score, theoretically. But I think Gobert gets at least 16 PRAs today. Like I said, he had the second best plus minus on the floor for the Timberwolves, only playing about 21 minutes, which was pretty surprising to me. I think we could see those minutes bump up into the 27, 28 range. I don't think he's going to play like crazy minutes, but he'll play enough minutes here to get this line, I think, here. He's 4 of his last 7 in the playoffs to this line. Really, his trends have been over, under, over, under. So it's been going that way over like the last 6 games or so. So he went under after going over at the end of that Warriors series. He went over, now under. They should, following the same trends, he should go over. He's 11 of his last 14 versus the Thunder to this line. So obviously that's pretty good. The guy that took his minutes in game number 1, a lot of his minutes, Naz Reid, was 1 of 11 from the floor, 0 of 7 from 3. So we might see less Naz Reid minutes. I don't know. Naz Reid didn't even play that crazy minutes. He played 27 minutes. But the fact that Reid played so bad, we definitely could see more of Gobert here. I'd be surprised if we don't. Just the fact that Gobert was a great rim protector, and they need to level up in size. They really need Gobert out there, and they need his production, and especially defensively, in order to win this game. So, be surprised if we don't see more of Gobert. I think this is a great spot for Gobert to hit his over, where his line has gotten watered down a lot. His PRA line to start the playoffs, I believe, was at 23.5 or so, and it's been watered all the way down to 15.5. Because obviously he has seen some less minutes of lately. He's been very spotty. But I think this is a spot where I really like Gobert to hit his over. So love it there for our number 2 pick, guys. Going Rudy Gobert over 15.5 PRAs here for the Minnesota Timberwolves. We're going minus 115 odds here on Fanatics. Okay, and finally at number 3, we got the Oklahoma City Thunder minus 7.5 spread here versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. Going minus 105 odds on Caesars. I know you're looking at this going, man, he took the Wolves in game 1 on the plus 7.5. What's going on here in game number 2? Well, I'm going to be honest. I may have underestimated the Thunder at home and how good they could be on their home floor. I think the big takeaways that I ended up getting from that game, like I said, in conversation with my friend Gotta Get the Bag, I kind of helped me see and understand what happened in that game a little bit more. Where, the Wolves really don't have a reliable third option, right? I think, here you think maybe it's Jaden McDaniels could be that guy, but as far as the consistency factor goes, we just haven't seen it, right? It's Julius Randle and Edwards, and if one of those guys is not shooting the ball great or playing great, they're really in trouble. They scored just 88 points in game number 1, and that's really indicative of the fact of the lack of that third option. Someone that they need to really get that scoring punch to take some of the pressure off of Randle and Edwards. And I don't think they really have it. I don't see any type of consistency where you see a third guy that could create his own shot. The Thunder obviously have that with, Chet Holmgren, Jalen Williams, SGA. Those are guys that could create their own shot. And as far as on the Timberwolves, it's Edwards and it's Randle. And outside of that, it's like, what are you left with? They shot 51 threes in game 1. That's not a recipe for success. I mean, especially in the playoffs on the road, the Thunder are playing that right. Force the team to shoot threes, 15 to 30, 51 from 3, 51 3-point attempts. Just shows you how tough. That's why I think that the Wolves do make that adjustment and get Gobert in there. But even with Gobert in there, I still don't see them being able to hang with the Thunder. The way the Thunder and the role players play at home. All right, guys like Case and Wallace, a plus 21, just shows you how good and how deep this team is. And like I said, we may have, underestimated just how good this Thunder team is at home. I have the Thunder winning the chip. I do. But, I did think the Timberwolves would give them more of a ride in game 1. And obviously they just fell apart in the second half. So the adjustments that the Thunder made obviously worked. I think you'll see more of that in game number 2 as they figured out how to stop Randle. And, throwing in there the fact that SGA and Jalen Williams didn't play particularly well, right? They still won by 26, and SGA and Jalen Williams were combined 17 of 45 from the field. That's about 38%. Neither one of those guys shot well. Imagine if they shot well. This game would have really been wildly out of hand. So, I think once again, I think you'll see the Thunder here. I think you'll see a bounce-back game, particularly from SGA. SGA was 10 of 27 from the floor. Hopefully, you'll see a little bit more efficiency from him. But guys, the Thunder 5-2 covering the minus 7.5 spread in the playoffs at home. One of the misses that they had was on the hook at 7. So they've had a lot of dominant games already in the playoffs at home. We've seen them win going away in a bunch of these games. So I think here, I'm going to take the Thunder. I'm going to trust them to cover the spread and deliver us. And hopefully that gives us a sweep today, guys. Like I said, the Gobert play kind of goes against the spread pick a little bit, but Gobert, as far as getting 16 PRAs, he can get that done pretty easily in limited time and have it not really affect the spread too much. So I still like Gobert to go over, and you can even look at that as kind of like insurance. Because if Gobert doesn't show up, the Thunder, I think, win this game once again huge, like by 30. Because they're going to need, like I said, they need more production from all the other players, and particularly Gobert. They need something in the paint. So, but even if Gobert does show up, I think they're still going to have a hard time. I still think the Thunder covers. So, love there, guys, for number 3 pick. We got the Oklahoma City Thunder, minus 7.5 spread here versus the Minnesota Timberwolves, minus 105 odds on Caesars. All right, guys, that is it for our picks. If you enjoyed the content, make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Always appreciate that. On the road to 10,000 subscribers. Appreciate all of your guys' support. Obviously, we want to bring that guy out again today. We have missed him or her. I don't know exactly, what the orientation there is of our broom. But in either case, we want him, her, whatever that is, to come back and visit us here. Special guest. We'll make it a her. We'll call her Broom Wanda. How about Wanda? Let's just call her Wanda. Make it easy. That's Wanda. We want to see Wanda again. We want to see the broom again. We want to make some more money. Guys, we have a wild slate today as far as our picks go. 7 picks altogether across the channel, but a lot of value, particularly in Major League Baseball on our picks. 4+ money picks in Major League Baseball. So check out that baseball best bets video as well, guys, if you want some baseball action. Our baseball action goes all the way into the night game. So we have a couple early games and a couple night games as well. So make sure you guys check that out. Drop your favorite pick as well. Participate in the comment capper section, guys. It's a lot of fun. If your pick hits in the chat, we'll give it a shout out in the next video like we did today with Gotta Get the Bag. Just put a star or an asterisk next to your pick so I know you want your pick included in the video. Outside of that, guys, that is it for me. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We'll catch you next time. Peace out.